What's up, Simplified fam? Coming to you today with another video. It's going to be on perspective, so let's get into it. Perspective. Oh boy, that's a big one, huh? Well, to start things off, let's lay the foundation with the definition. It's a particular attitude toward or way of regarding something, a point of view. I personally like to say that it's the lens with which we view life, because everybody has a different lens with which they view life. Some of us view life through a worldly lens, and we go about life chasing things of this world: riches, fame, women, things, possessions, cars, houses, land, whatever it might be, shoes, jewelry, a whole bunch. Or we look through the lens of God and how we're supposed to focus on things above, because that is where our treasure is. It's not here on earth, because when we die, we can't take it with us anyway. So we set our eyes on things above and on God's mission and what He wants. And that's where we focus on. So what lens do you look through life? Because if you look through the worldly lens, you're going to be quite depressed. Everything that's going on in the world, things that are bad, things that are, evil, will have you depressed. A lot of people, though, they walk through this life and they're looking down at the ground. It's kind of like the defeated attitude already. It's like it's over, because there's no hope. There's no hope for humanity. All this evil, all these mass shootings and riots and everything. That's what they tell themselves, because they watch the news, right? Now, I came across this guy on YouTube actually recently named Bert Jacobs. Now, he was talking about perspective, and he had some pretty good thoughts. So check this out.
Stories. She acted out the characters. But maybe the most powerful thing our mother did for us was a little ritual at the dinner table. She looked around to her 6 kids, no matter what was happening, and she said, "Tell me something good that happened today." Very simple prompt. Tell me something good that happened today. It's a nice one to use in your company to start your meetings, or at your own family's dinner table. Because what happens is you change the energy. She showed us that our disposition is powerful, and she changed the energy in the house. The media inundates our culture with negative information, always reinforcing what's wrong with the world and rarely telling us what's right with the world. And we all have a choice every day. You can focus on what's wrong with your life, or you can focus on what's right with your life. And wherever you put your energy, wherever you focus and whatever you focus on, that will grow. That was something our mom taught us at the dinner table. Optimists roam the world seeing opportunities. They don't ignore obstacles, but they overcome obstacles by focusing on the opportunities. When you're an optimist, you're more innovative. You're more innovative because you're open-minded. You're not afraid to experiment. You're not afraid to explore the world. The ones who embraced the idea that life is good the most were the ones who were facing the most adversity.
Isn't that something? It's not that you ignore the struggles or the challenges that face you. It's that you push through them, and it kind of makes you stronger because you push through them, right? So I hear a lot of people talk about when life gets hard, right? They lose a loved one, and this is a lot of Christians too. A lot of Christians. Hey, I was one of them actually. Lost a loved one, and I started asking God why. Now, it's okay to ask God why, right? That's okay. But a lot of people will say, I lost my faith, because how can a God like that allow bad things to happen? But if we call ourselves Christians and we look through a God lens at life, true Christians know that Jesus himself did not promise a pain-free life. He even said, in this life, you will have trials and tribulation, like trouble. You will have trouble. But take heart, I have overcome the world. Which means, spoiler alert, he won already. He won. Once he died on the cross and rose, he won. So, but that does not mean that our world now is going to be free from pain. Like he's going to prevent any sort of hardships from happening. He himself had to die on the cross. So he didn't even avoid pain. He went through it. So if he went through it and got crucified and then he resurrected, but he went through the crucifixion, how much more for us? Why would we get to avoid the pain? We have to endure it, and he will be there with us, alongside us, through the trials. But a lot of people experience trial and hardship, and then they say they walk away from the faith, or they lost their faith, because they don't understand how God can allow something like that to happen. But there's evil in the world, right? Like, he has not come back again the second time to bring those that belong to him home. Like, the second coming hasn't happened yet. So there is still evil in this world. And as long as there's still evil in this world, we're going to have trials. We're going to have pain. So I do want to bring up a couple of scriptures. Colossians chapter 3, verse 2. Set your minds on things that are above, not on things that are on earth. Again, focusing on God, right? Focusing on him. Because we have to trust that he knows, God knows what's going on. He's the one who made the world, right? So he sees the big picture of what's happening. He can see everything that's going on, and he can take your situation and your circumstances, and he can turn a bad situation around for good. We might not see it in the moment, but he's working it. He's working it for your good. He can turn any situation around. Any situation. Now, the second scripture, Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way to death. Unfortunately, that's where a lot of people kind of camp out. A lot of worldly people, they camp out there in the chasing things of this world. Kind of goes back to the other video I did last week about indulgence, which I'll link it below if you want to watch that and check that one out. But pretty much all of this to say, going through life, looking through a lens that is a worldly lens, only leads to despair, depression, and worry, and misery, because it does not give you any hope. Because you looking through the worldly lens, you don't really have any hope. Like, after this life, that's it. Where are you going to go from here? But if you're looking through life at a godly lens, we shouldn't be walking around with our heads down, because we have a hope in Jesus. So I hope this helps a little bit as far as kind of giving some insight into how we should view life and how we should go about looking at things, maybe from a different angle, to try to be more optimistic. Because if we look at life more optimistic, then I think we'll be okay. It doesn't mean that we're not going to have trials and tribulation and struggles. We will. But if we have a mindset, an optimistic mindset, and we're focusing on God, not only will He help us get through it, but we have something to look forward to. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Comment your thoughts below. Let me know what you think. And if you have any ideas about a future video topic that you'd like me to maybe talk about, also comment that below, and I'll probably put a video together. So let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll see you guys next week.